Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today is another video based on a stencil and a stamp. And today I have decided, well, first I thought I'd show you how I store my stencils. I have this, this is from Tailored Expressions. You can see it's very full. And it's got 6x6. I also get the 6x6 page protectors from her, and they fit perfectly in the stencils. The stencils in there, I do once in a while, if I have other stencils that don't fit, the papers don't fit, I cut them down so they fit perfectly. This one is very full. I actually have two of them. These are my these are my favorite stencils. And today I pulled out this stencil, which I believe is Sparkle. I'll have to double check. No, Majestic. I'm sorry. It's Majestic from Tailored Expressions. And our school is getting ready to have graduation next month, and I've started getting graduation announcements, so I thought I'd make a couple graduation cards. So I started with just some basic white cardstock cut to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and I have some pea pod ink in my blending brushes from Tailored Expressions, and I'm just going to ink up some of the color. My school color, I apologize, I am a substitute teacher in 2 different school districts, and I have so I know 2 different groups of seniors this year, and they're all awesome, and a couple of the kids have invited me to their graduation party. I actually got an invite again today in the mail. So I am making cards based on the school colors, which my school colors for my local school is green, black, and silver. And the other school is red and black, and I believe white. I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure it's red, black, and white. So we've got some Eagles and some Warriors that I'm fans of. And both of these schools actually, we're a small school district. We actually share baseball. So our baseball team's called the War Eagles. So that is what my card base is going to look like. And I'm just going to quickly, I just taped it down, some purple tape. And in my Misty, which I have to the side here, I made several stamps today, but I thought maybe I would show you one that's just a stamp and a stencil. So I have the Flip the Script-grad Stamp and Die combo, and this is a stamp set where you can stamp this inside if you wanted a 2-tone look, but I'm just going to use the hat today. And I'm going to put it down here on the bottom. I'm going to tilt it just a little bit because, you know, maybe it's flying in the air. And I have the mouse pad out of my Misty because it's a rubber stamp. And I'm going to ink it up with some Oreo ink, very great black ink, also from Tailored Expressions. I better stick my magnet down here in case I need to do it twice. And I'm just going to push that down and in. Looks like I might need just a little bit more in this one corner. My desk is it's not as sturdy because it's foldable, so sometimes I don't get quite a great impression with my Misty the first time because it just gives too much, so I sometimes have to do it twice. But I just stamped that in Adventure Weights, and we'll put that off to the side, and then I can just go ahead and glue it down. I'm just going to make a 1-layer card. I may have to cut this down just a little bit. Let's see if my cardstock here. Yeah, that's too thin of a cardstock for that one. So I have one more piece here. I'll quick fold my A2 card base. And I see that it's a little longer on top than bottom, so I'm just going to quick come off to the side here and cut it down a little bit. And I might actually cut this down to 4 because I want just a little bit more of a I'm going to put a black border, I think, behind it. So let me quick cut this down just a little bit. So now I'm at 4 and 5 1/4. I believe I have a piece of black cardstock here. I do. So I'm going to very quickly just glue this down. I might add some bling before I send it, but I think, or bring it, but I think for today, I'm just going to leave it as a 1-layer card, just clean and simple. But I do have some others to show you. Let me line that up quick. Make sure that lines up with my card base. I'm going to cut off just a hair off the sides, just to give a little bit of a white border on those sides. Give just a hint of black. My school consolidated back when before my kids were in school, because we're in a small community, and our elementary's in one town 10 minutes away, and our middle school and our high school is just a few blocks from where I live. I live right on the Mississippi River, so I walk to school on some days when I'm down here at this town I'm in. My tape dispenser is empty. Let me grab a new one. Give me 1 second, please. But I substitute K through 12 in my local school district where my kids graduated from. I have been every teacher but one. There's one first grade teacher I have not been, but I have taught every level, from preschool all the way through high school. I am only a substitute teacher, so I substitute in everything. I've been in math, I've been in Phi-Ed, or I don't know, gym, I guess, is in physical education. I've done welding, I've done business, I've done home ec, I've done kindergarten, I've done library, I've done music, I've done choir, I've been band, special ed, I've done everything. So I really enjoy it. And one reason I enjoy it is because every day is something different. I get different kids every day, and I get to know them all. So that is my finished card for the day. I hope you really enjoyed this stamp and a stencil. However, I wanted to show you a few other cards that I made while I was getting ready. So I have 4 cards for you, except I'm not sure, I misplaced one. There it is. The first card I made using this, I stenciled the Sugar Cube ink, and then I spritzed it with some silver shimmer spritz that I have to give it kind of a silver look. I cut out the die from Adventure Awaits, and then I lined it in my Misty and stamped it. And then I also used the Class of die out of some silver cardstock and glued that down. I found some number dies in my stash, and I cut out some silver stars with a die. And then I took this centerpiece that I cut out, and I made a quick other card using the background and some mushroom ink, and I cut out the silver letters and stuff, things like that, and I popped up the hat on some foam squares. And then I have one more, because I will probably go to more of the ones near my high school here. I got just a little bit of a cut I got to come off of this. Sorry, I will have to fix that. I actually will fix that after we get off of. I have to cut this off just a little bit. I put that on a little crooked. But I did the same thing. I stenciled it with, this one was with cilantro ink. And then I sprayed the shimmer spritz to give it some shimmer. I used the diploma to cut this out of white cardstock and the same green to make the diploma, some silver glitter. And then I used an old stamp set that has been retired from Tailored Expressions for the Congratulations grad. I believe it was called Dream Big. I had gotten it from a local person who was not going to be making graduation cards anymore, so I bought it at a local garage sale. And then the other cards I made, just so you can see, you can do these in other colors for schools. I made these 2 cards for my other school colors. This one I stamped I cut it out and stamped it, lined it up in my Misty and stamped it with the Oreo ink. I used the Cherry Pop ink for the red. I just found some glitter cardstock to cut out some stars. On this one I used just Versamark ink to give it a tone-on-tone look, and I found a little piece of black gingham cardstock in my scrap bin, and those finished cards. So I hope you like them, and I hope you have a great day and you can find a way to make a quick card using a stencil and a stamp.